KFUG Community Radio. Hey, good morning. 4 minutes into the 10 o'clock hour. Paul Critz here at the microphone, but I am not alone. And there's times of the year, and maybe you guys experience this more than, say, your average person, but times of the year when you don't feel like you're ever alone. Like there's always somebody with you, right? Like you're haunted. You're personally haunted. You've got somebody just kind of like, there's somebody always eyes watching. Do you guys experience that this time of year? Is that a year-round thing?
A little bit of both.
Okay, all right. Well,
it ramps up, you know?
It does ramp, and we are ramping up hard right now because 'tis the season for David's Haunted Manor. And David's Haunted Manor begins tomorrow, Friday the 13th. And to give you the latest with everything that's going on, all the preparations, everything that's gone into it, and are continuing to go into it, because I assume you guys aren't already done. We've got David, JoAnn, and Adrianna, as well as Sebastian here. All of who you guys are the haunt, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. There's us plus 91 other people.
You got 91? Wow.
We have 95 total participants this year. Mm-hmm. It's a record for us. Sebastian is our sound guru. And Adri has 4 distinct spaces. She's designed, cast, planned. They're fabulous, gorgeous, amazing. And then Dave is currently finishing up his lighting. And I am working on guts because that's where I'm happy is making really gross, bloody, gory things.
Okay, no, you're talking you were talking guts, like the nuts and bolts of the organization. No, you're talking guts.
Real intestines. Yeah, I've really perfected my intestine creation this year. I'm really enjoying it. So.
Wow. Okay. All right. So I want to know details about. Well, I'll just ask now. So at what point and in what context, if you're able to share without spoiling anything, do the intestines come into play in this year's haunt?
On me.
On you.
I will be wearing some of her intestines.
Okay.
And then there will be some as decor.
Okay. All right.
Tasteful. It's very tastefully used. And then there are some that will be prepared in a delicious manner.
What's the secret to good gore like this?
Lots of YouTube videos, and then finding what works for your skill set. For me, I did make a set that were gelatin filled, and they jiggle and wiggle so beautifully, but they're too heavy. And so you have to think about the weight of your product and where it's going to go.
Especially if you're wearing it.
That would be I've got you carrying 50 pounds of Jello on your back.
It's like
I think my back is going to break. I don't know I can do this.
It helps with your core strength to just have really heavy guts strapped to the front
I trained
of you.
for this for months before.
Yeah, you'll get a 6-pack if you let me make you a gut belt.
So David, how's it going for you? How's your preparation coming?
It's coming along. Lighting is fun. Running cords is not fun.
I've heard about that actually. I've run into Sebastian twice this week, just coming and going here, and both times he's bitched about how hard it is out there working. And more specifically, the most latest one was laying cable.
Yeah, he was doing he did our sound basically last year, and this year he's doing it again. By himself, so it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It is. But he's doing great.
Everybody thinks a lot of cables. I don't think that people understand how many cables. Casey referred to it as spaghetti last night.
Oh, sure.
So that's how JD refers to it.
Yeah.
Insane.
How many now? How many different sort of sounds?
So right now we have 14 channels running out.
Running out to 14 different places.
Yes.
Wow.
So we have 15 distinct sounds because our entryway is independent. It's not on our soundboard.
Okay.
And so it has its own audio and video this year. So.
Oh my God! Wow. Okay.
What's the plan of production? You want me to do? All right. Yeah.
Thanks for taking part in our production meeting this morning. So I
vote yes.
Yes, exactly. I think
we have a consensus.
One of you guys should be in charge of production.
We also have an incredible build crew this year.
Yes.
We have actors from last year that are building with us this year.
Mike Richter, Allie Jones, Savannah Nozick, Zim Green,
Owen
Dotree. I want to say it right. I have to like phonetic it in my head.
Lily.
Right.
And Lily Dotree.
Dotree, because Dotree doesn't look the way it sounds, right? Yeah, I know.
No,
that.
it's spelt dough.
Yeah.
Try.
Yeah. Right,
And
right,
so
right,
I'm
yeah.
like, or Dotree.
Those kids are solid, though. Those kids
Seriously,
are sometimes like waiting for us there. We're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Wow,
Okay.
wow.
It's
Yeah.
great.
So what sorts of things are they building? What are you hammering together?
There are runners. Owen is our master of keys.
Okay.
So
Yes.
he holds the keys for the whole building. And he knows all of the ins and outs of where we go, what we do. And so he follows us. He's going to be a follower this year. He's only in middle school. And he's an amazing kiddo. He's so...
he almost seems like a showrunner or something. Like
He's
just kind of,
he's the haunt favorite, so we all take turns.
We fight over him.
Fighting over him. Yeah, exactly. And he just is one of those kids that is just amazing and just does work. You don't have to really ask them to do extra. That if you're carrying something, they come and take it from you, type deal. They're just rad.
Wow.
Mike has built.
Don't give it away.
1,000 million things out of wood for us because we are not wood building individuals. I build out of liquid latex, PVC, and black
Jello,
visqueen.
right,
That's
yeah.
and Jello. Yes, and
But
Jello.
like building and then supporting things.
Yes.
Like sometimes that's the thing. We've built it and then we're like, how do we make this stand up right here?
yeah.
Like tombstones, those foam tombstones. I've never I'm like, hey Mike, like, can you make these stand up? And he made the most simple wood triangle on the back of them.
Oh, just to, bracket it up.
Brilliant, because I'm not a carpenter person, so it was just like, you're amazing. And then Allie Jones has been. We call her Auntie Allie, and she's been there. And her girls, she brings her 3 daughters, and her daughters and our kids play because this is a family affair. Like, we literally have a little area in the haunt with a TV and DVDs, and so right next to that is my gut table where I'm making intestines while the children are watching Scooby Doo.
Actually, her smallest child is fearless. I have a video of her going after Casey in his costume with a piece of PVC. She is like gonna
Is this Annabelle?
No, that's Allie's.
No,
It's
Allie's
Allie's.
youngest.
Oh, hers,
Emily.
not
This
your
is
kids.
Auntie Allie's
gotcha.
smallest one.
Yes.
Totally fearless, protecting people, and it's
That's
funny.
beautiful.
Yes.
That's really cool.
And Emily is very petite in stature. She's a tiny little girl, and she looks like a living doll.
I'm trying to just sort of decipher the message of having the kids watch Scooby Doo while you're doing all of this.
Well,
I mean,
They're
are you?
unmasking the monster. Duh.
Yeah, but it's always so. Who's running the projector?
Yeah.
It's always like projecting the hologram.
That's true.
Even as a kid in the 70s, I go, that wouldn't work that way. You need a screen.
We have to. We're trying to remind them it's all make believe. It's all make
that's it.
believe.
I guess that's what it is.
I feel like once you see it get built, it's a little less scary
Right.
from our side once
Yeah.
it's being built. But that day that you see it when it has almost too much smoke in it, then you're like, whoa, okay, wow, this turned into a different monster.
So can you sort of characterize? I mean, sort of the differences between last year's haunt and what folks can experience this year. I mean, it sounds like you've got a lot more going on.
It's bigger.
Yeah.
It's tighter.
It's got more detail because last year we had to spend a lot of time building the walls from the start to finish.
Right.
Because we were suddenly 3 times the size we had been in 2019.
So growing into that space.
So
took some...
we had to use a lot of our build time to build infrastructure.
Right,
This
okay.
time, because we already had that in place, we were able to use our time to build the details of the rooms.
All
to
right.
give more detail, give more immersion into each environment. And there are 16 distinct spaces. And Adri taking 4 meant that David and I had only to focus on 12. So we had more time and more of us to give to those 12 spaces. And her rooms are very specifically her. And they're gorgeous and amazing and terrifying. And
Adri, what makes an Adri room an Adri room?
I don't even know.
What makes an Adri room, Joanna? What makes an Adri room an Adri room?
Dedication to detail.
Lots of wood.
Detail.
Yes, lots of
Detail. cohesion. Dave and I have done this long enough. We're like, nah, good enough.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's gonna see that yet. You know, it's
Right.
like we used to be so detailed. Like in the doctor, if we had a doctor's, we always have some kind of doctor laboratory kind of thing because it's cliche and you need to have it. We would like have instruments on a plate all bloodied up. Nobody
right.
saw it.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
cared but
Well,
us. So
and
now,
I think I learned that lesson last year just from being in the haunt.
Yeah.
Is some of the small details that I wanted to do. Like we're getting so close now. I'm like, I better like. Okay, that's great, and maybe I can get that out in the next couple of weeks, by the next weekend. But for now, I think we just need to have something quality right now to present for tomorrow.
Sure.
So that was a little bit different. My spaces are lit; they're fine. They're like really pretty and nice, and they're pretty complete. I just being me, I'm like, oh, it'd be really great,
Right.
And then of course I can't like sleep at all. I'm just like eat, breathe, haunted house. But there are other places that just need some attention. So I've been just kind of spreading my dark glitter around in some of the other places. So
no, you've been much more involved this year than previously, right?
I did the marketing this year, and a lot of my photography has been a lot of the haunt people. I do have other photography ready to go. I just need to kind of edit some stuff, but it's so close to opening, and it's like very stressful, and it's not even just the build, it's the people wrangling. There's a lot of people involved, and when I started throwing it out there to the world, I was like, oh look, we already have this many people saying, oh,
it keeps getting bigger. Okay.
And I told Joe, oh God, I look what I did. Mom, do you need me to stop? Do you need me to tell people no? What should I do? I don't know what to do. So, but it's just been fun, and it's really easy for me because it's just my general community anyways.
Right.
And so I just threw it out there and just was seeing what happened, and I love shooting
and your
the
marketing
characters.
is like a superb.
It is.
I'm
So you
sorry.
tell-
It's not even like, oh, I just do a little, like amazing.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
she's done with our marketing, what she's done with
Wish I
our,
could do more.
She's done our posters. She's done our,
That's so
but
you.
not just
I wish
like,
I could do more.
I literally
Don't sleep
can't,
anymore.
I can't do more because
Yeah.
I don't have access to any internet in that building.
Yes.
So I can't use my computer. So while I build for 10 hours in a day that I have off, I'm going home and I can barely keep my eyes open,
Oh,
and I'm
no.
trying to edit photos.
Oh,
Yes.
so
So
yeah.
It's just never ending right now. So, but yeah, I feel
Fun
like
how they got you. You couldn't do any of that stuff anymore without internet access.
I know.
That's just the photographer
I
thing.
can,
It
but
just-
that's
yeah.
just how I put it out there.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's how I put it out there to the world is with the internet access. So
Exactly. But that's
it's been fun though.
Yeah,
I've been
it's-
having a good time with it.
Yeah, Adri's just basically our haunt bestie at this point. So she talks to me and Dave all day, every day. Like, but we're all three always talking and just always planning.
Like,
and it's
hang on a minute,
it's fun.
drive through. Let me ask
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
some sauce, and then hang on 1 second.
So does Casey have a role?
Yes.
What will he be doing?
Yeah.
Casey is going to be my follower this year. So the person that follows, I'm a leader. So I'm just like Sebastian is, and Dave and Joe. Joe is actually supposed to be following this year, but I think she should lead too. But so I take groups through the haunt, and then Casey will be my caboose. But man, his character, I've released his character now. So he's Sticky the Clown. So, and he has a beautiful custom made mask I had made for him. And I don't know if he'll annoy you or scare you or just make you mad. I mean, who knows? I think he'll
Yes,
do all of
I
the
think
above.
it's yes.
He's
Yes.
hilarious, and it doesn't stop. Like, we're at home last night, really late last night, after leaving the haunt safety meetings, and he's in there messing with all of his props. And I'm like, I'm trying to do something detailed with Joe's guts she made me.
And Sticky the Clown's
And
going
he's
on.
over there like I'm all, okay, this is unsettling. He is so great, and
wonderful.
so he'll be there with my group. I think he wants to. I mean, we'll see if he'll just stick to following, but I'm sure he wants to break off and annoy the crowd and probably jump into some rooms. And yeah, he is top-notch costume.
Are you guys? Can you cope with that kind of chaos? You get a loose cannon like Sticky the Clown.
We pretty much Casey can do what he wants. We have a few people. Sebastian's one of them too. Sure, I know that you're not going to break whenever I did my safety, I did 8 safety meetings this week, and it's don't break my stuff. Yeah. That's like always in every safety. Like, don't die. If there's a fire, run in the opposite direction. Like, and don't break my stuff.
And the special thing about us is we bring our own stuff, and half the time we forget it there, so then it becomes their stuff.
Yeah, so. It's a very weird blend of mine and yours and ours, and we're packing up. We'll have to be like, okay, what's Adri's and what's ours?
Sure.
And Casey's been helping us with build too and setup. He's been there a lot. And my kids adore him.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
They ask, and when they see the Adri's there, well, where's Casey? Is Casey coming today? Because he's just so fun.
He's fun.
Yeah.
Fun. The Harrises. The Harris family bringing the fun.
The Harris family.
Head Case shows up early to his show so he can clean up.
Yeah.
I'm not. He's our professional vacuumer.
Oh, don't
That's
call him that. He
wonderful.
doesn't like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
He's
not his job.
It's not his job. He's not. He has a gift.
Very helpful.
He is.
He does have a gift.
He has a gift.
He's just master of the vacuum.
There's a lot of vacuuming in the haunt because we're
bet.
always making messes.
Sure.
And
Yes.
I've had many different people vacuum, and no one has ever vacuumed quite as superbly as
I gotta
Casey.
ask for some tips then.
He's just good. When he doesn't know what to do, he cleans behind whatever huge mess we're making.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's actually a very valuable thing to
It's
have.
a wonderful thing.
Because then we would have had to go back tomorrow before we put our makeup on, trying to vacuum and clean.
So now we're just what, over maybe about 30 hours away from opening. What's left
that's
to do?
even
What's
scarier.
I know.
don't-
Boom.
What do you mean what's left to do?
No, thank you.
There's only one room that isn't started yet, right? There's just
that one's pretty easy.
It's pretty
but
simple.
it's
That
an
was
easy
simple.
one, but it's not started, but it will go up.
It started. There's a pile in there.
Yeah.
See, David
It
and I,
started as far as the stuff is near the location
That
it's
helps,
supposed to go.
Right.
Dave and I are very ADD people, so we go over here and we make an explosion, and then but over here, and then we make an explosion. And Adri is the opposite. She is detailed. She starts and finishes, and I keep noticing I should probably clean up a little bit because I've got 700 different
forced
projects.
her to move into her office yesterday.
Yeah.
It's time, Joe. It's time.
Oh, man.
Let's go. Here's the shopping cart.
Yeah.
Start loading it up. We're moving.
My workshop stays where it is though, because I'm the kids will be here, and
Right.
if you want the kids unsupervised in the maze,
No,
or
no.
mom making
Well, they
guts
won't go
next
back
to the
there
kids.
anyway.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Where's the coffin going to be this year?
it's in its room.
It's
Just in its own
rightful
room. It's on where it should be, right?
It's ready to
It's
go.
right where it's
Is it always in the coffin? Last year was the first time I've experienced the coffin.
We've
Is it always in
always-
a coffin room?
We had a
It was
clown.
in the kitchen last
Well, we did it. Yeah, the last time it was in the kitchen. We've had a clown funeral one year. We had vampires one year.
Yes.
We have.
We had
We
one
had
near
it
the
in-
spiders in England Marine one year. I remember it was right next
Yeah.
to the spiders.
Every so often we stick a person in it.
Oh yeah, Sam fell
I
asleep
did
in
a
it.
photo shoot in it
And-
last year.
yeah.
I did two
We-
photo
we had
shoots.
the
We had we
too.
did a video.
Oh yeah, we have a
voice guy,
key
yeah.
to
We
lock
have a
it.
key to lock it.
Oh,
I forgot
no.
about that.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Which we don't do because that
No.
would be
Lock
mean.
it, no.
That's
But we
horrifying.
might think about it.
It's awesome. He came with that, so it's yes, this is good.
The craziest part, I guess it's not crazy, but they're really not padded. And so
they're not
we
for
had to
comfort.
add padding for when
Well,
we do
yeah,
it.
because comfort
But,
isn't
you
a
know,
concern, is it?
I personally would
Eternal
I wouldn't-
comfort.
When
Come
I'm dead,
on,
I wouldn't mind a little memory foam with my dead body. Let's lumbar support.
Right.
Come on.
Is it called
Right?
memorial
That's
foam?
mean. Grandma's
Memorial
got a crick in her
foam.
back forever now. That's mean.
Oh God.
No, they're and it has a very weird old musty
like grandma's
smell.
attic.
It smells like grandma's attic.
Yeah.
Grandma's
It's
attic.
really,
Yeah.
and I open it during the safety meetings,
like
and
Miller
the
High.
new people are like, ooh.
It's actually gearing up for
Dave-
2 of my rooms this year.
Is your shirt available for purchase?
So the fires kind of messed us up. We had this big merchandise plan, and it got a little hairy. We weren't even sure that the building. We started building, having no idea if.
I remember Pack
we could
Power
open.
was still out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And then we came up with this crazy contingency plan of like operating from the back door and like using the tiniest parking lot on earth, and where would our actors park, and it was a huge mess. So we did not place the merch order because we were scared. Like we have
who
it.
knew? Who knew what was gonna happen, right.
We can do them like for an order type situation, and who knows? We might find somebody that can pump them out in the next like week or so, but
Well,
they will not be there tomorrow.
That's okay. Well, if when
But-
those become available, I got to get one of those. That's fantastic. That's a really, really cool design. I like that a lot.
We
out here,
had a
Bryce?
couple
All
of
right.
designs.
Thank you, man.
We
this year.
we had
Yes.
Adri.
We had
was working
I
on
survived
different,
David's Haunted Manor.
That's good. Yeah.
and
That's
then
cool.
one that had a skull, and it was very almost American Horror Story style.
I call it my Slayer logo.
Slayer,
Okay,
American Horror
alright.
It was
Story.
very
kind of thing.
Slayer-ish.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we actually, Adri and I went through and made a plan for merch, and we were talking about what we'd have, how we'd have it, how many we'd have. We had a whole plan, and then
Yeah.
it just was like, and pause.
Oh, man.
But
Well,
it,
and then the building is so huge. We needed so many more supplies
Yeah.
too. It got a little like we wanted to complete the haunt rather than buy a ton of T-shirts and stuff. So,
No. I mean, you
But-
got to prioritize.
so I think
sure.
for right now we'll take orders, and then I mean, who knows what we can pull off in 3 weeks? We already just built a city in there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Or,
and then you'll have to take it down.
yeah.
Yeah.
We don't-
We're not talking about
No.
that yet.
That's some other
Yeah.
time. That's post haunt.
Right.
That's and actually, well, our volunteers are rad because they all show up for pack up too, and we
Yes.
get it packed up and out of there pretty quickly and very organized. I
Wow.
really appreciate all of our volunteers, so they're really quite amazing.
So pre-opening haunt. What time does it open tomorrow? What time do we start
6
this?
p.m. Our
6 p.m. is
first tours
the
begin
small
in there,
stairs.
the sensory walk.
Right.
So remember, if you want to be scared, don't come at 6 o'clock.
That's
come
not
at
for you.
7
6
o'clock.
to 7.
And that's
very
also
bright.
I mean the sensory stuff. It's also for the little kids if you want to
It's
come
for
through
little
with them. Yeah.
kids. It's for people with divergence. But and in that sense of if you're overwhelmed by sights and sounds, and maybe you just are a little bit like this is too much, maybe anxiety.
Sure.
That would be the time if you still want to come see it.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
wanted
you're-
to call it the Scaredy Cat Tour, but we were being nicer
that's a
than
little
that.
intolerant.
Yeah.
It's a little. It's a little. Yeah.
I
so-
couldn't figure out how to politely word it, so
Yes.
we worded it the sensory
Sensory.
tour.
Yes.
That's good. That's nice. Yeah, not the
And
scary
so
cat
the
tour.
house lights, most of the house lights will be on. The strobes will be off, so an epileptic person who never gets to go to a haunted house can come and at least look around. And anyone who's not covered in blood or fangs will be on the floor. There are not a lot of those because we tend to
There's
just
going to be one orderly in the corner. And that's it.
just like awkwardly standing there. Hey guys, that kind
Hi,
of thing.
welcome to David's Haunted Manor.
Yes.
So I mean, so it's not even just about the lights and the dark and the strobing and all of that, but anybody who's like going to be triggering just from their
Yeah.
appearance, you kind of
Yeah.
keep them out the way too.
Yeah.
Well, and then
Yeah,
also
exactly.
remember these actors have been pumped up for like how
That's-
long now,
Yes.
and so
Yeah.
getting them to not go too hard before it's
How
time
does
to
that,
go.
how does
Yeah.
that work for just the feel of the performance and the performers? You get all pumped. You got in your first hour. It's like the
Well, the
you gotta
first.
pull, you got to pull
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah.
No chainsaws. Nothing
No,
like that.
they're all
There's-
in the back getting dressed,
Oh,
getting their
okay.
Yeah.
makeup
They're still
on.
getting
And then
ready.
I'm
It's
back
about-
there pumping them up.
That's it.
Yes.
Right, got it.
And putting them in the blood pool.
Oh yeah,
We have a
Yeah.
blood
doing a
pool
whole
this
ritual
year.
Blood
this
pool.
year.
Well, Adri is a little aggressive with her blood sprinkles.
Yes.
It's
There
not,
was only one parent that got super mad about
Yeah.
it last year.
I had to
Only one.
warn.
It just needs to be believable. So we went to a horror movie about in April, and Joe's telling me that wasn't even scary, all that blood. That was just so much blood, and she's just complaining about it. And I'm like, okay, so if that person, we went and saw Evil Dead Rise. So if that person completely covered head to toe in blood came towards you, you would not be concerned in the slightest. Like, that wouldn't be off-putting to you at all. And she's like, oh, okay, maybe. So I'm like, so I think that was the first moment that she understood my overbloodening.
Yes.
I don't even know. Is that a
Excessive blooding?
excessive blood work?
Yeah.
Excessive blood work. I had to warn my actresses and actors that would like to be a victim that you will have stained skin, stained hair.
Stay. What do you use for blood?
It's fake
It's
blood.
makeup
Did
blood.
you just buy fake blood? That's okay. I didn't know.
We
you
have
had
a few different brands we like. It comes in multiple forms. So there's, there's
Spray.
chunky blood,
Yeah.
there's spray blood, there's edible
coagulated,
blood,
the
there's
chunkies.
coagulated blood, there's a lot of different
the
bloods
red
out there.
mist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
But no,
just get,
there
like-
is blood splatter that comes in a little
Yeah,
squirt bottle.
because
I prefer to make my own blood splatter
I
personally
prefer
with
my own blood splatter.
Yeah.
I prefer a real organic, like,
Yeah,
clean.
yeah.
Jackson Pollock
Yeah.
over
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Right.
I get like too excited. I'm like a little kid finger painting for the first time and like flinging. I'm just very excited to see
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, you know.
I gotta get some footage of that when that all starts. That would
We're
be
literally
wild.
going to be putting a kiddie pool down, and
Yes.
they'll
Okay, so how do your performers use the blood pool?
they stand in it
while
and
they
close
dump
their
it.
eyes.
Okay, so it's about they're standing there while you're applying the
Yes.
blood. It's not about just taking a dip in the blood
Oh
pool.
no,
right?
no,
No.
it's not a pool
I
filled
apply
with blood.
It's a
yet.
kiddie pool,
artistically
yeah.
apply.
Yeah,
Okay,
not
I got you,
yet.
I got you.
Adrian
It's
hasn't
kinda like-
gone there yet.
It's
I
get-
have not done.
It's a
well,
gory.
I
It's at a
have-
gory like
you know,
spray tan kind of feel. Is that
I
what's
have,
going on?
I have
Little bit.
baptized a person in blood in my photos, but but not at the haunted house just yet.
I just love that. Just the phrase, I have baptized a person in blood. And then we all laugh. It's just, it's a magical time of year.
We're a very strange lot.
Yes.
But what's funny about what I always tell people about us that is so funny is we're sitting there like, yeah, that doesn't look like a realistic dead body to me.
Right,
no,
right,
it's
yeah,
a-
like,
and then at the same time, we're like the nicest, safest people you can ever meet. One of the things that my actors talk to me about is what a safe place to haunt becomes because we have created an environment where we don't tolerate any intolerance.
Yeah, it's-
Intolerance will not be tolerated.
That's beautiful.
And I was talking to one of our kids adults.
Yeah,
They
I know.
feel like kids to me.
Yeah.
Well, last night, and they were saying how special it is that we create such a safe space.
Yeah.
And I have people in our haunt that maybe don't fit places because their social skills are not stellar. And instead of saying you can't be here because you don't do it, you don't people correctly, I will just be like, hey, guess what? Let's work on your peopling.
Right on.
Don't yell at people because they don't like it. And then these people will be like, oh, like, yeah, I don't know if anybody's told you that, but people will like you more if you don't tell them everything you think about them.
Yeah,
It's
right,
weird.
yeah.
They really don't want to know.
That's
Most of the
interesting.
time,
We're just spicy enough where we can slap it down a
Yes.
little bit when
Uh-huh.
people get a little too,
Yeah.
Yeah, and we do, and people, kids are kids, and we get a lot of tweens and teens, and but they really blossom and come out of their shells, and we've got a few that are new this year, and I'm excited
There's
because
quite a bit of new
yeah.
people.
Well, the kiddos, and we've got some adults that are adult-sized people. I'm so excited
She
for
calls
adults.
them all adult-sized people when they're tall. If
you're over 5'8",
if they can look at us in the eyes,
You're
they're called
adult-sized,
adult-sized.
regardless
And
of
then
age.
I'm so excited. I'm like, are you every night? Are you every
wow,
night?
wow.
Like, you don't have to talk. Do you want, what can I give you? Would you like cookies? I can give you candy. How can I make you come here every night? Because you're
Blood pool?
You're blood pool.
I've been calling it blood 30, or I had another word for it, and I can't remember what it was. But
The
yeah,
bloodening.
Blending,
The
yeah, that's what I was
bloodening.
thinking too.
That's what we were calling it.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
the
That's
blood.
great.
I called it the blood ritual. Also,
Yeah. The
We have to be
deluge.
careful because we're
Ritual.
always fighting against the idea that people think we're Satanists, and
Oh, yeah,
we're
no.
not religious at all. We are horror movie freaks,
Right,
is what we
right,
are. This
right.
is literally
I added
horror
like
movies.
what could have been considered religious, but like the movies that I base 2 of my rooms on are they're movies. And they had other chapters maybe come out this year,
Yeah.
so they're based on something. It's not like I came up with this totally
Unprompted.
Yeah, yeah.
unprompted
Right.
religious room, but so they should be a lot of fun, but we don't want anybody thinking that. And we have we just try to make sure everybody's comfortable when they're like near those spaces and whatnot.
Have you encountered any criticism from the community along those lines, or is that just the vibe you get?
No, we have 4th of July. People yell things. It's
Literally
yell things. Yes.
Really? Do they?
Yeah, I've
Seriously?
watched a guy look me and go like, to my face, and I'm like,
wow,
that is a
We
reaction.
have been literally, we've had adults sitting there with their children or grandchildren yell at us that we are not family friendly, or yell at us and say we are Satanists, or yell at us and say that we are evil.
Right. It's
wow.
It's a joke.
It's really, I just want to be like, you're not adulting appropriately for your children. You are showing them that when you don't like something, that you bully it.
Yeah,
You're literally bullying.
You want to talk about not being family friendly, not being
That was my thought. And meanwhile, my kid's in the front seat waving at these people. You know what I mean?
Well, and we tried a different approach this year. We did not bring the chainsaws because everybody wants to.
And we didn't bring blood.
Yeah, everybody wants to criticize the chainsaws and the blood, and I'm like, okay, let's try something new. We'll make.
What did you do instead?
Well, I mean,
Not that.
there was
Costumes.
19 people, 19 actors showed up to go in the parade, and it was
Some skeletons.
And I was
Clowns.
vending at the 4th of July, so I didn't get to partake, but I left my booth. Casey watched my booth with my friend, and I ran down there and got videos of them, and they did so good. I was so excited. I was really sad to have to go back and work, but they were so great. They looked so great, and some of the returning characters were in there. Some kids just dressed up as random things you would see in the haunt. They did fantastic, and there was very minimal blood. There was a fake chainsaw actually held by their child, their son that does not like anything horror, is holding it out of a car. But they did great. Sebastian was like the kind of ringleader. Of the front
you described it as the macabre drum major.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
That's a perfect
Macabre
analogy.
Drum major. That is absolutely it.
So you had what, pushing 20 people participating in the parade this year, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So I mean, is this just okay? I don't know why we didn't lead with this. Is this the biggest David's Haunted Manor ever then? Mm-hmm. Volunteer wise, physical size, all of everything.
Physical size, it's the same size as last year. Technically, square footage.
I mean,
that's
the
true,
building is 30,000 square feet.
That's how big.
That's how big that
It's
building
insane.
is.
It's insane.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And there's a whole half of it you guys don't even touch, right?
Yeah.
Back
Oh
in the,
no! Well, there's offices in the back we don't touch, but
Do you
we're in the whole casino floor and bingo hall.
Did they open up the? Okay. Oh, so they opened up the wall between. That's the whole
Nope.
space then.
No,
to the
we
bingo
just
hall.
we just go through a doorway.
Biggest maze, yeah.
Yeah, and we just built our maze in
Oh,
two
okay.
separate
See,
spaces.
I was lost in the dark. I thought it had been opened up in one spot. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
it's
we
two-
want you
two
to think
spaces.
that.
Wow.
We did all this
Yeah.
construction and we took it apart, and you have no idea where you
Yeah.
are in that building.
That's
There's
it.
no
Works.
roof
It
anymore.
worked.
No.
There's no roof, and now it's on a cemetery.
And it has a basement. Now there's a scary basement and attic.
We added the basement. You're gonna go down there.
Every door creaks when you open it.
Right.
Smell the footsteps.
All right. So let's go over the. Well, I've heard about the footsteps. Let's go over the times again. Starting tomorrow night, 6:00, beginning with an hour for the sensory walk through with the lights up and everybody can see. I do enjoy that because I'm one of the people, like I've said this before, like watching like halftime shows, things like that. I'm always looking for the people dressed in black with the guy wires running around making it all happen. I don't watch the stuff in the middle, although I love seeing how things work like that and how events are staged. And so I kind of like going in the sensory walk because I can see all the lights
come
around.
Yeah, if
when
you
I give
wanna
me
be a
hearing, you're going to
looky-loo.
come at 6:50
And then
7:00. So you can see the switch over.
No, I think you misunderstood me, Adri.
I think he's one of your scaredy cats that you were talking about.
I hate
Are
people
you
jumping
doing
out
the
at me.
scaredy cat walk?
I don't care if I know head case. I don't want him jumping out.
We got to
at
get
me.
him the sticker. I
Yes.
didn't see a thing at David's
Yes.
Haunted Manor.
Yeah, exactly.
You're one of
Oh,
those.
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love that. Oh God, that's a.
The head case
Okay.
can hold your hand while you go through if you
With
want.
Sticky the Clown, maybe.
His
Maybe
hands
if I
might be
know
sticky.
if Sticky the Clown's on my side, maybe I can do it. So does every night start with that hour with the
Yes.
sensory
Yes.
walk? Okay.
And then 7 to 10 is will be the big scares. And Halloween night, we're open until 11 instead
Okay.
of 10.
Okay.
And groups go through about every 3 to 5 minutes, groups of 6. Those that have Fast Pass have a specific time to be there. If you have
Ooh.
a Fast Pass ticket, please be 10 minutes early, because if you're late to your Fast Pass, you then go to the standby line.
How do people get to Fast Pass tickets?
That is at Haunt Pay.
Yeah, it's on all of our social media. There's
Okay.
a link to it. If you see any of our ads, I generally have the link to the tickets on there.
Yeah.
They do shut down. I want to say it's maybe 6 hours prior to opening. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I don't
Okay.
have that exact information. But then you can't buy... you'll only be able to buy tickets to a certain point before the haunt opens. And then you'll have to buy it for the next day. So
Yeah.
if you miss the cutoff, then that's that.
And then days of the week then. When are you guys doing?
Friday,
Fridays.
Saturday, Sunday. And then
then-
the last weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yes, Monday
Okay.
the 30th and Tuesday the 31st.
Okay, all right.
And then we do have one update on our nonprofits that we're partnering with. Humble Area Foundation. I'm working with them to create the David's Haunted Manor Scholarship.
Really?
And
Oh,
so
this is
it's
awesome.
going to be a scholarship fund, and it's not just for this year. We're going to do it ongoing. So we have 3 different weekends, 3 different nonprofits. One of our weekends will be going towards this scholarship. We're going to pay into this fund, and then this scholarship will be available for a Del Norte County resident going to college, vocational school, or art school.
Wow.
I'm not sure how much it will be, because we're hoping maybe 100 bajillion is my goal.
But it's basically
and
like proceeds from the last weekend? Is
it's
that what you're doing?
proceeds from the last weekend will go towards the scholarship, and then the other 2 nonprofits, we're waiting for full confirmation that they want money from us, and then we'll announce who they are.
Okay.
But I'm really excited to create a scholarship fund that can, the kids, like I said last time we were here, we lose kids to college. Like, what a terrible thing. You know, my actors grow up, they go off to college, and a lot of our kids are coming from working class families that don't have $50,000 in their savings account to pay for their kids' education.
Right.
So this is like a further way we can help launch these youth in our community. Or people, I also made no age limit on it. I myself am 40 years old and trying to finish my bachelor's degree. So I made sure that it was open to all ages, because
Right on.
a lot of us go back to school later in life to finish.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but it's going to be the David's Haunted Manor Scholarship.
So will that be awarded like at the awards banquet at the end of the year?
It
Is
goes
for-
to the. It will be available, I believe, in the spring. This spring through the Humble Area Foundation and their scholarship awards that they do.
Who decides? Do you guys get to decide?
No, they have a whole panel. We do get to read the submissions or see the art submissions, and we get to give them our thoughts of like, well, this one was well written, or this artist looks really talented, but we don't decide anything.
Wow, okay. Just in your name, you're
It's
providing
just
the funds, right?
in
yeah.
honor of us, and in honor of what part of our mission statement, so to speak, is about building a better community
Right.
with guts.
So next 4th of July, when you're ready to yell
Yeah.
at David's Haunted Manor people in the parade about how they're not family friendly or any of that stuff, remember all this.
Yeah.
Remember the scholarship.
That
and
they're
remember
sending your kids to college.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will
providing a safe place
Fully.
for them. Yeah.
We're giving them a safe place to learn how to adult and autonomy and social skills. And then we're going to give them some money to go to college. And I had one of my kiddos who just graduated culinary school. They're interning in Texas. One of my adults
Right, no,
reach
I-
out to me today, and they're like, I wish I could be there. And I'm like, I am so proud of you.
That's
You are
amazing.
like rocking it. You finished culinary school.
Yeah,
and now
yeah,
you're
yeah.
interning. Oh, you loser. You know, you should be here quitting all of your dreams and hopes. And so I can make you an evil creature.
Well,
in
yeah,
my
but that's
haunt.
just
But-
testament to how much they enjoyed the space.
Oh, yeah.
that
I
you
have
provided, and
95
that's it.
people, but I need one more.
Yes.
We need to make an even number.
We all, yeah, I don't like the odd
We
number.
couldn't do it without 96 people.
96 and a half. We need 96 and a half. And then something that I don't normally talk about because I hadn't thought about it is people who have a disability, physical disability, are still able to participate.
Yeah.
I have 2 actors that require sitting. And so I put them in scenes where it's completely organic. I have one person that will be in a rocking chair and one person that will be in a seat in our diner area. So a person who might have some physical limitations can still participate with us fully, and we accommodate that.
And following along with that, anybody, of course, who has any concerns like that, ADA concerns, accessibility concerns, of course,
100%
they
We
can
actually
get
had that
100%,
question
yeah.
this morning if we were ADA
Yes.
compliant.
Yeah, and we are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We're extra because I've had to push a person in a wheelchair through areas before. Not necessarily, well, okay, yes, through the haunt, because there's actually a video of Dave and I walking in the
I'll
wheelchairs
share it
because
later for
we
you.
were putting legs on the walls, and it's just easier to be in a mobile chair than
They're
in
laughing, walking with
yes.
their legs
Or
on
look,
their
yeah.
wheelchair.
And I was like,
And I'm all, gosh, I feel like this is the retirement home.
yeah.
I'm looking into the future.
I make my corners extra wide because it's hard to navigate a corner in the dark when, and so I always, everybody who helps me build, when they're starting to set things, I'm like, hey, make sure that a wheelchair can fit through there
Yeah.
awkwardly.
Right, yeah.
I want to
Sideways,
make sure
right, yeah.
a terrible wheelchair driver can get through there because, they're going to be so overwhelmed and
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
that they're not going to be at their prime of steering capability.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's beautiful. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait for this to happen. Is it, anything you want to get said before we wrap up here?
Well, with our
Tips? Pointers?
tips, no hitting,
No
you're gonna
running.
survive.
No running.
No running.
Yeah.
That's
I get
good.
scared.
No
You don't have a chance no
flashlight.
matter what. No
Nah.
flashlights,
No
no phones.
flashlight.
No-
We'll
Yeah.
stop you
Phones.
once you go
Yes.
inside, once you go into that main
Yeah.
room, that first entry room. We're going to stop you from using your cell phones,
Yep.
lights. That's what our
Right.
follower does. They're watching you like a hawk.
Okay.
Sticky will be watching
No
you
calling
like a hawk.
names, no cursing at individuals.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no abusing the
No
actors.
abusing.
Like
No.
there are people really putting themselves out there to
Yes.
entertain you.
Yeah, right.
Like so abusing them, and I know Joe said on the last one, like swinging on an actor,
Yeah.
like that's probably a 10-year-old child
Yes.
Yeah.
that you're scared, and we totally get fear responses, but like just being cruel to be cruel is not
That's- no,
acceptable.
of course not. Of course
That's the
not.
only time I've ever broke character as a leader is when people have been cruel to the actors. Like I
Wow.
will stop my entire tour and we will correct the behavior, and
Yes.
then we will go have more fun.
Yeah.
It's
You
almost,
know?
I tell everybody, like, if you see something wrong, you just mom out. Like, bring out, even
Yeah,
gender
right.
non-important. Bring a mom voice to the party. Everybody, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason to be a ruiner of other people's fun.
Well, and there are people in your group sometimes that aren't with you.
Yeah.
So if you're going to act up, if there's 2 of you, there's 4 other people in your group that maybe aren't with you.
Right.
So you affect everybody around
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And we all want to have fun. We want you to scream your heads off, and we do want you to act a little bit of fool.
Yeah.
But we all have way more fun if you scream.
Yes, and I hate breaking character. My character's silent.
Mute.
Name's Mute. Yeah,
He doesn't speak.
Yes, my name's Hush, and I really hate breaking character. I had to yell at people last year. It was for cursing out actors and just being disrespectful, not playing with their cell phone when I pointed at it and told them what to do without talking, and just playing ridiculous. Rules are rules. I would like everyone to follow them and be polite. Definitely no filming
Yeah.
whatsoever.
We made a video of the rules this time too, so
Yes.
people can't even. We hold them hostage
Yes.
and make them.
Oh, you have to watch a
listen-
video?
Yeah, you have to watch a
Yes.
video.
It's
Okay.
a public service
It's
announcement.
artful.
That's good. That's
Don't
good.
worry,
Right on.
we have a PSA.
Yeah, it's a public
Yeah.
service announcement.
And then we're gonna kind of scare you towards the end of it, and then we're gonna go.
Wow. All right. Right
That's how we roll. We bring you in, we make you feel safe, and then we take that all
We
away.
take it away.
And then we
Exactly.
give it back at the end.
Yeah, and then we're like, okay, be safe, have fun,
Bye.
bye.
Right. Yeah, we take
also-
your safety and we hold
Yes.
on to it for a little bit.
Also, be patient while waiting in the standby line.
Yes.
Oh, right.
You want instant gratification, and I get that.
Yeah.
But also, when you're in my tour, you don't want it to go by in 3 minutes because you paid money. You
I
want
mean,
a
like,
good
oh,
show.
sorry, somebody in the standby line wants to get in quicker, so
Yeah.
if you can hurry up.
So if you could just walk and not look at anything and not experience this.
Right, right.
you know,
Just head down,
Just
right
remember
through.
that
Yeah.
you're working on, you're an example to the kids with you for one. So practice good behavior to be a good example. But, it's going to be a wait. If you're in the
If,
standby line.
if your children cannot handle the haunt, do not force
No.
them to come through it. That is
Yeah.
a big,
That's
big
also
no.
a thing. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
God.
yeah, I've seen people carry their kids through
I
it,
don't
weeping
wanna
on their
know.
shoulder,
Well,
like
Like
it was
we'll just
bad.
take you out of an emergency exit.
Yeah.
Like if it's that bad.
I've had to
you
let them
know?
out before. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow.
and if your child isn't capable of walking in on their own consent, they're not coming in.
Well, and Casey always says that Joe has this great thing that she told him last year, and he always remembers it, and he actually still says it. If you scare somebody and they are blank, or they don't respond, or they're upset, you went too far. But if you
wow.
scare them and they laugh, he's like, you're
on
you
par.
did it right.
You did
You're
it
on
right.
par.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You don't want them to cry, and
Like-
you don't want them to dissociate.
Yeah,
That's
we
a-
want you
that's-
to be. We
Yeah.
want you to have fun. We want you to have a good time. We want to scare you. That is our
Freeze
goal. But we don't want to traumatize you for the rest of your
No,
life.
but I think that's the line you look for. It's that
Absolutely.
that laughter, because you got it. You got the scare, but it's in an acceptable level, and
Yes.
you're
Yeah.
able to internalize and to deal with it. That's good.
Exactly.
Okay.
And our goal is to be scary, to scare, but in a, just remember it's
Safe.
a safe environment. That's the most important thing. I think that's why a lot of people go to haunted houses. They want to get scared, or they want to see the cool
Yep.
stuff and all the work we put into it. But it's safe. You're gonna get scared, yeah, but you're gonna survive too.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Except
well,
Paul.
we have contingency
Right?
plans
Paul's
for
not going to
everything.
survive.
I
We're
see.
just-
That's
we're-
that's
Yeah.
what I
We're
feel.
gonna. We're
Yeah,
gonna
except for
just-
Paul. Paul's getting it
You'll
bad.
find Paul in the coffin.
Can you-
I will
begging
be.
to be
I will
let
be a
out.
feature in every subsequent.
I need you
haunt.
to wait
Yeah.
until I'm ready and on the floor because I would like to witness your
He
terror.
will be tied to a
I probably
chair.
won't be out there until 7:30. So if you can,
Seventh-
book
okay,
your
all right, so
time,
yeah, come
it's
later
about
on, all right.
7:30 or later.
And if
we
you
have
could
95 people
also
to get ready.
get a
before
fast
we
pass
can
so we can see your name on our page.
Yeah.
And know.
So we
for a
have time to
specific
prepare.
time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It will be like,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
guys, at
Okay.
7:10
All right.
tonight, there's a guest coming in. We can
Go
touch.
full
No, I'm
terror.
kidding. No.
We will eat him.
I had an
Everybody-
actor ask me, "Can if it's my family?" I'm like, "No, because the other people in the group may not be your family."
Yeah, right.
And then you're breaking all the thing, all my
Yes.
promises
Wait,
of
they
safety.
were asking for a higher level of.
They were
inter-
like,
they
"If it's
wanted-
my sister, can I touch my sister?" I'm like, "At home."
okay.
We'll get a
But
laser
not
pointer
here,
and
yeah.
we'll point it right at Paul.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I have this whole plan now. Right at Paul. Look for the red dot and
Yes.
go hard.
Go harder.
Right?
We want him
I'm
on the
not
floor in the
appreciating.
possum.
I'm not
Possum
appreciating
You're
how,
just special. We
how
just want to
personal.
treat you right.
The person. It's that
We
small
are
town thing, right?
hospitality.
Yeah.
Okay.
That personal
I just
connection.
see like these clown hands going like, on my face like that, pulling me back into the dark.
It's just
Yes,
Casey.
yeah.
Don't worry.
They're sticky.
It's just
Whispering in your ear.
Casey.
it's just sticky.
Oh my God! All
I
right,
hope he's
well.
listening right now.
I hope he is
Yeah.
too. And
Yeah.
we adore him.
We do. Dude, last year he was great, but we
This
just
year is
shoved him
something
in there
special.
like, here, this is what you do.
This is what you do now, right?
Yeah, and
Follow,
then
No, we
and he
took
does
him
some
in the
groups
middle of a
and-
hunt and
Yeah.
threw him
It was
in
great.
like cold.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
He just came. I'm like, we
Yeah,
were
he went
supposed to go
for it,
to a
man.
party
Yeah,
one
yeah, of
night,
course.
Yeah.
and then I'm like, I don't really want to go to a party. I'm all, you want to go to the haunted house? I'll go put my clown makeup on. We'll go.
Yeah.
And he went in dark, and the next day he's all, oh. So, but this year he knows his way around, so watch
Yes.
out.
All right, all right.
And he's got a whole character.
He has a whole,
that's
a whole
amazing.
thing. He has props. I mean,
He has musical instruments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He got bit by the haunt bug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful seeing
He done drunk the
him,
Kool-Aid.
just develop his character's developed. It's awesome.
I could
Yeah.
see him. He's like
So
sitting home
much
right now,
fun.
like dressed up and ready to go. Like, you know.
Just drinking coffee.
he's nursing right now.
Right.
Yeah, he's just drinking Red Bulls. Getting
Oh, the energy
oh,
drink.
he's listening. Hey,
He's
Case.
joined the cabal.
Hey, Sticky.
Hey, Sticky.
DJ Sticky. We need to do. Yeah.
Oh
You
gosh.
should do. You should at least do.
Oh,
do
Okay, we
gosh,
talked
yes,
about it, but
just do one house
can't
of
get-
wax as DJ Sticky.
He can't get his headphones over that head. His hair is big.
I thought it was going to be. It's also hard to scratch if your hands are sticky. It's like,
Yeah,
That's
if
true.
your hands
Come
are
on.
sticky, they're sticking to the record. Hey, that's a good
The
photo
voice,
shoot.
though, the voice.
can do the
He can do
voice.
He can do the persona, which would be
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
It's,
It would be so much fun.
I mean, the sheer terror he just
like-
brings to my home while I'm trying to eat dinner, and he's
Yeah.
sitting across the dinner table from me
God.
in it,
Yeah.
and with his I don't want to spoil the
Sure,
instruments,
sure.
the surprises, but I feel like he's a pretty special character. I did release photos of him, so you guys can go peek already.
Okay,
So
right.
I've been doing this 10 years, and he has one of the best characters.
Oh my
I've
God!
seen
Right on,
in,
right on.
in
Okay,
my,
so
my 10 years.
where online can people find photos, your marketing, the things that you've done?
well, I've pretty much linked Darklands and David's Haunted Manor together. I've been doing their TikToks. It's been a little slow because I've been building frantically too. But they have a TikTok page. They have Instagram. They have Facebook.
the pictures of the ghosts and sheets, is that part of it?
No, that was a Darklands
No, that's
shot.
not a Darklands.
That was
Okay.
somebody that wanted to do that shot for I feel like well over a year. They were asking me to do that shot, and I laughed so hard doing that.
Yeah.
But trying to avoid community members is impossible. So while you're out on the pier and there's whole families and you're shooting people covered up in ghosts it's hilarious. It was a really good time. No, that was just a random Darklands thing.
Okay.
But you will find the haunt characters throughout, but I've put tags in there so you can see. Stitches was our poster child, so was Sebastian the Barker was our volunteer poster
I've seen
child.
that one,
and
yeah.
I actually just released a picture of Jo.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't wait for her to wake up and see that she's a cover girl. For the 2 days left cover girl.
I was
Well,
so
and
excited.
I've seen the pictures of you
A
proudly
cover ghoul.
modeling a
Cover
scar
ghoul.
that you've done and things, a wound.
I have caught some of the characters in their costumes. Owen has been one. I've made Owen one. Hush is on our free tickets for our actors and stuff.
We have to be particular where we put David's
yeah.
character because it's
People
a
are
little
scared of him.
Who wouldn't be scared of a 6 foot tall baby mask wearing man
Oh
with
my
a
gosh.
that's
So
okay.
I released
All right, I know
a
those
photo
pictures.
of him, and somebody wanted to book a cute Halloween shoot with me. I'm all, that's where that came from. A picture of Hush, and you messaged me to do a okay.
By the way,
Cute
anybody
witches from
that wants to book photography, go to Darklands.
Darklands,
When
yeah.
I'm
Darklands.
not haunting.
Right?
In November. You can't have her until
Wait till
November.
November.
But come
Yeah.
November.
No, I am doing stuff. I'll be doing stuff for the week with people. I have people setting stuff up. I'm just a frantic mess right now, trying to make sure that my part is solid and good, especially with a Darklands name on things. I gotta make sure my stuff is quality.
And that's
Right.
really what she brings to the table is that attention to detail a photographer sees.
Yeah.
We're set builders, David and I. We're not photographers, so we don't catch
It's almost the
things.
opposite sort of approach. A set
It's a
builder,
different
you want to
vibe.
see what you can get away with not showing, right? Because
Yes.
you're doing it kind of quickly. And
We're
things are
minimalist.
moving through it. Exactly.
And
yeah.
a photographer thinks about every detail, and so I think that's the
Is it the
complementary
150 blood
difference.
bags that
It's-
are
oh my
throwing
God.
me off?
yeah,
Oh
There's
yeah.
150 blood bags.
Yes.
at least.
Maybe more. I feel like it was 100.
There might well be more.
Anytime you walk through, you see a room that has a lot of a lot of a lot. That would be an Adrian
That's
room.
an Adri room. Okay.
Luckily, we had a 5-gallon bucket of prop
Blood,
blood.
yeah.
Yeah,
sitting
we did.
around. I got it.
Everybody, quite a few people filled blood bags.
Everybody
for me.
took a turn.
It's just been sitting around for the last 14 years, not being used. And wait
I've
a
used
minute.
it as a step
Here we
stool.
go.
Yeah, it was really just a step stool
Yes,
mostly.
yes.
It was not
an-
good blood. We bought 5 gallons of blood,
Yeah.
and it was not good blood
But
for
it's
makeup.
all in the blood bags. so-
Yeah.
Good. And the price
Owen
of it
was
was
my
wonderful,
champion.
$5 shipped to my house. I'm like, dang, I love these clearances, but yeah, it was.
Clearances.
Oh, we are
Oh,
clear.
Yeah, clearance on blood.
Oh, this blood's got to move.
This blood's
that's it.
gonna go. It's gonna
Thank you, Home
turn.
Depot.
It's gonna clot.
It's going to clot.
I even used it to fill bottle. I mean, that blood is quality. It takes a really long time for it to drip down.
Okay, yeah,
too,
like
so
thick,
it leaves
yeah,
a good
yeah.
trail.
It has a nice.
But yeah, I do have a lot
viscousness.
of detail, but I'm also trying to go a little bit lighter. I do have a detailed thing, but maybe not. I'm not cramming things in my
Yeah.
room. I just
It's
try
not
to set
too
up
much.
something.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But it is a different eye. I've
Except for
noticed
my one room is too much. There
When you-
was a lot of people worked on one room, and I
Like
didn't
12
make-
people.
I didn't make one of the things. You'll see. You'll
Okay,
see.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
All right.
I think it's gonna be a good
It's
time.
magic.
I'm excited because I haven't met a lot of the new actors.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a whole new experience for me. So I can't wait to see them all. It'll be fun. Because I'm always I'm at working or I'm working at the haunt. So it's
Or he's like behind
Building,
something,
behind
playing
it,
something.
right. Yes, I
Like,
was listening,
he's just
but
the
I'm like,
guy
building.
that's in
He's
the building.
creeper in the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah.
But
His
he is-
name's on the place.
I know.
So now how many actors are you anticipating having?
I have a total of 95 volunteers, but not all of them are actors
Right.
because I have front of the house.
Right.
But
About 85.
about 85-ish.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
I feel like
Not-
10 to 15 were straight volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
Some are people's children that weren't going to be in there. We have waivers for everybody.
Yep.
And then but then some of those kids now decided to be in the haunt. They were having so much fun. Auntie Allie's kids.
Yes,
yeah.
Auntie Allie
No.
had one child that was in it, and the other two girls saw everything, and they're like, "Oh, we
They
got to
picked
do
out
this.
their rooms.
We got to do
and-
That's like 80 plus actors, right? I can't
Hopefully
even
not all
imagine
on the
that.
same night because that's going to be a little hard to costume.
It's all on most.
It's including
It's
us.
a lot of
us
nights.
four.
Hey,
So luckily,
only 76.
about 10 of those are self-contained. They're people that bring their own characters. So Adrian and I only have to costume and makeup 75 people a night.
Yeah.
And I'm not nauseous at that number at all. I don't
Wow.
I'm
feel
just
like
trying to
throwing
pump up here. I'm trying
And so,
to.
I mean, do you have it just open for like a cattle call if you want to come that night, or do you
Oh, no.
schedule performers?
No, they're
and all that?
We
scheduled.
schedule it this
Yeah,
year.
they're
Yeah.
scheduled. They are assigned to a room. They are assigned to a costume. They're assigned.
Okay, all right.
And
So,
then
yeah.
each room will have a room manager that will help them understand the new people, help them
They'll have an
understand how to
adult-sized
do
person.
it. They'll all be, in theory, adult size. Auntie Allie's not necessarily adult
No,
size.
she's not
I adore
an
her, but she's only like 5 foot.
She was
one.
Chucky last year.
She was Chucky last year.
Yeah,
and
she is a very small person.
She's but she's got a mean mom voice.
Yeah.
And I
Okay,
heard her
that's what you
whip
need.
it out last night at safety meeting. I was like, "Ooh, what'd they do?" And she's like, "I told them 3 times. I'm not telling them again." I'm like, and that the kid she corrected. They wanted to be in the room she's managing. I'm like, Auntie Allie's managing that room. They're like, "Never mind.
Never mind, we're fine.
Never mind. I want to go where I'm not going to be controlled."
As
yeah.
if.
That's
Oh,
we
man.
we already, even if we had the lesser amount of volunteers, we still needed people to manage
Yes.
the different areas.
Yeah,
last
yeah, it
year.
sounds
gets-
like.
it gets well. People have a lot of ideas, and
Yeah.
like not all of them.
They're
are
always
so-
sharing them, aren't
And
they?
A lot of middle, yes, but there's a lot of middle school ideas aren't
Yes.
always the most sound
Yeah.
ideas. Like, I mean, we would love to hear your idea before you execute your idea.
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah,
Run
share
it
it
by an adult before you monkey crawl across something and
when you
poke your
climb
own
the
eye out.
whole, building.
That is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't encourage you to do things that could actually hurt you or
No,
others.
that's the catchphrase
I had
for middle
last night.
school.
I had an actor go, "So, because these two people are in the same room together, can I put my hands on this person?" And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean? Like, you're gonna punch them in their face?
Yeah, right.
Like, what does that mean?"
Right? Yeah,
The
yeah.
statement was, "Can I lay hands on them?"
Can I
I'm
lay
like,
hands on them?
I feel like maybe that you should be
usually
separated. That's a little scary for me. I'm like, you gotta run that by me in person. Like, show me sometime.
Yeah,
what
right,
you're
right,
talking.
yeah.
I feel like I need a squirt bottle and just be like, no,
Yeah.
too much.
She has squirt
Too-
bottled
I do,
me. I
actually.
feel like I should
I
say
have.
that while I'm
Yes.
in a safe space.
I
I have been squirt bottled before.
yes. I have actually squirt bottled David, Adri, my children. It's for my dog.
It's probably going to happen to me one of these
I
days.
once the sound is fully done, maybe.
You are
But until
MVP
the
right
sound is
now.
fully
Oh
done,
no,
You're
from my
MVP.
scaring people.
So what do you?
Oh, yeah.
So what? Like bleach? What do you?
No, just a little
Ammonia.
vinegar. Just a little vinegar.
Ammonia. Yeah.
Ammonia. Oh my lord.
God.
Latex has a strong ammonia
Got a
smell.
vinaigrette. There you go.
Yeah, my
All right.
yeah,
Salad.
I'm making my guts on this table and it smells like liquid latex. And people are walking by. I'm like,
really gross.
it's not urine. It's ammonia. And my daughter comes and goes, "Why does it smell like that?" And I'm like, "It has ammonia in it." And you want to know something crazy? People clean with ammonia.
Right.
And it smells like pee, and I
Uh-huh.
don't get it. I'm not an ammonia person. I won't use. Why do I want to clean something that smells bad with something that smells worse?
Right. That just
Yeah.
doesn't make any kind of sense. All right. Hey, it is 11 o'clock. Thanks for coming in today. Thank you
Yeah.
for. I'm really excited about this.
for having us.
What? So tomorrow, 6 o'clock. It opens. Of course, we've never said it. I think everybody just knows. It's out at the old Oak Valley
2500
Casino.
Don't forget to wear
Oh,
your
right, that
Jason
has-
mask on Friday the 13th.
Oh yes, please.
Oh wow.
Please
Do you-
come in your Jason mask.
do
We
you-
would be
can-
very
Do you
happy.
get like half half off? Do you get in free if you
No.
were to?
No.
No, just
But
wear
it would just be our
You get our
entertainment.
respect.
You get our
respect of the
respect.
haunt.
Yeah.
You get approval,
It's a
respect. You might
thing.
get a high five,
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, all right. You be in.
Crisp high five.
a crisp
Yeah.
high five. You get a fist bump.
So that all
We
of
do
this
offer fist bump.
gets underway tomorrow night, 6:00 out at. And I'm sorry, the address again. It's just.
2500 Howland Hill.
It always blows me away that place has an address. It's
Yeah.
the old casino. You know where it is. I love the old abandoned casino, which is now becoming.
Actually, somebody tried to come to the casino last
really?
night, and
They
they tried
literally
to walk
walked
right in the
past
building.
us, and our
Yeah.
props that were painting
We're like, they've been gone for
outside.
years.
And the gaggle of 12-year-olds, I'm getting ready to walk through for a safety meeting.
Two adult-sized men.
Two random
walked right
dudes.
by.
They're like,
Yeah.
"We're-"
Wow.
I'm like,
Where'd the smoke shop go?
I'm like, can I help you? They go, no.
Like it's totally stripped. There's no lights. There's no. There's like
no
3
signs.
cars.
How did
out
it
there.
come out that they were looking to go? They go, where are the
Google.
machine? Where's the
I know.
machine?
Google will
tells-
send them to
yes,
us
it
sometimes.
Gee,
And
yeah.
so,
Last year we
yeah.
had a comedian show up that was going to perform at the casino. We had UPS drivers.
A lot of drivers.
Packing
a
up.
lot
I
of
had a
deliveries.
couple, a nice car pull up, and they're like looking around, like the casino open. I'm like, no, it's it wasn't haunted house. We're packing it up. It's yeah.
It's
it was
over
wow.
there now.
Hilarious, though.
Wow, that's
They
funny.
had to make sure though, just in case.
That's
the sun,
really-
everything was yeah.
Yeah, in
No
case
machines
the,
anywhere. No
So
slot
yes,
machines. So it's like,
2500
Howland
Howland
Hill
Hill
Road.
is David's Haunted Manor.
Oh,
Yeah.
then if you're a local and you call everything by what it used to be, it's the
Yeah.
old casino.
Yeah.
The old. So that's it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. Even if it's so close to, if I get scared, I can walk home.
in the dark alone.
Oh yeah.
Well, that'll be better.
While the
Bring your change of
chainsaws
pants
chase
with you.
you.
Oh my God! Wait a minute! No!
now that it's
No!
cold and you hear everything.
No! And there's bears in
Oh,
this
big
neighborhood.
feet.
I'm not
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah,
And
so we'll just have
giant
someone follow you.
bears. Yeah.
That's
It's a little scary going down the back of the
Oh,
building.
it's black.
yeah.
You can't
It's
see
black
anything.
yeah, right back when the
And
And
cows in
there's
the bushes.
cows
Yeah.
and elk and bears
loud.
and you
Very
go
loud
out
dogs.
and some giant thing scurries into the shrubbery
Uh-huh.
and you're just like,
And you can't see with your contacts.
yeah,
Oh, that's so good.
I can't
That's
see
nice.
I can't see even without them. I'm just like,
yeah, it's
All right.
pretty dark over
The
there.
biggest David's Haunted Manor ever gets
Biggest
underway
ever.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow and goes through the long holiday weekend. We'll call it the
Yeah.
the Halloween weekend. So get out, enjoy. How much does it cost?
$10 at the door, $8 pre-sale.
And you
cash
can buy,
only at the door.
and you can buy. It's like you can
Oh,
buy
cash only at the door.
cash
please.
only at the door. You're not
There's
doing
no
the cards. Okay.
there's no cell phone. There's no
No
internet.
service
We
out there.
couldn't
Yeah, we
do
can't
Square
run
if we
credit
wanted
cards.
to.
Sorry.
It is a dead zone.
Where-
So
with the old credit
Beautiful.
card machine.
I love that.
Oh, that would be
I
funny.
may have one of those somewhere. Actually, I may have the old Fotique one of that left over. But
yeah,
oh
that'd
wow.
be- no checks.
No checks, yeah, just cash only. Cash to get into the haunt. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, you can get so basically you can also buy an appointment, like if you're going
Yes.
to the DMV, but you have
That's
to
the
do it.
pre-sale tickets,
And
so they're cheaper.
We're warmer
and
than the
they're
DMV
scheduled.
though. We'll be a little warmer.
Be a little warmer
greeting
than the
you
DMV.
Than the DMV.
Like
Okay.
personality-wise.
Yeah.
but that has to happen. Best case is like at least like day before.
Yes.
Yeah.
And those will sell out. We will run it. And there's a number of slots, and once they sell out, they sell out. So if you did want to prepay and get a designated day and time, get on it now. Before
One thing
everybody
about
buys
those
them all.
is sometimes people have a conflict with them, and we can't help you right before the haunt starts.
No.
because
No.
we can't get your message.
We have
Gotcha.
no
Ah.
service.
you know,
Right,
and
right, yeah.
volunteers at the door and
Yeah.
whatnot.
That's
they have a list.
that's interesting.
Yeah, by
So-
the time I drive away and I get to Elk Valley Road, my phone goes ding 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 ding. It's like a slot machine.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, then
Yeah,
that
we
kind of
leave the old casino, and then the ghosts of the casino make your phone a slot machine.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll get this out and share this, and hopefully the entire community, everybody to a person, will be coming through the haunt and experiencing it and getting involved. And I don't know, 2 stories next year. I don't know what you guys will have to do to expand. but
I'm not,
Start
maybe on a boat,
On a
maybe a
boat.
cruise ship. We haven't done a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Maybe a lighthouse or 2.
David's haunted cruise ship.
David, that's a hashtag goal. Hashtag goal right there.
Right.
Although we can't get a cruise ship in our bay, or so
Not
then
even
there-
a haunted cruise
We'll
ship.
get a dredger.
a haunted
Haunted
treasure.
treasure.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, David, JoAnn, Adri, and of course Sebastian. Get down there, check it out. David's Haunted Manor. It starts tomorrow evening at 6:00. Here's some more info.
David's Haunted Manor opens its doors to the public starting on Friday the 13th. Brave your worst nightmares and witness our dark creation. Tickets are available for pre-sale on app.hauntpay.com/events/David-s-haunted-manor. Tickets are $8 pre-sale and $10 at the door. If you are buying tickets the night of, we accept cash only. All pre-sales will have an expected call time and will wait in a VIP line for entry. The manor resides at 2500 Howland Hill Road, with a sensory walk starting at 6 p.m. and lasting until 7 p.m. From 7 to 10 p.m., all bets are off as big scares have begun. We are open October 13th through the 15th, October 20th through the 22nd, and October 27th through Halloween night. We'll see you there.